What's going on, everybody? Brett here, and we are back for part 2 of our casual Phantom draft. And let's jump right in. We won our first 2 games, spoiler alert, and now we're looking to win our third. So I'm pretty excited to play some Artifact. For those of you who are still kind of on the fence about whether or not to get into it, it's pretty cheap. And the fact that you can draft for free already sets it apart from a lot of the other card games out there. Magic the Gathering, which is something I play more often and more familiar with, if you want to draft, you got to pay money. And I'm not about that. So, let's see, what does Bristleback do? Okay. We have no plays. We have a Sucker Punch next turn. Decent little trade there. And we can play our escape route. What do you do, Lycan? He buffs attack. Okay. Let's just give... Well, before we do that, we should check the last lane and see what we're up against here. Escape route's mid lane, and then if we need to pull out Necrophos from this lane, we can do that. Necrophos being one of our more squishy heroes, which is why I chose to put it there. Alright. Easy turn, easy life. Alright, and Beastmaster. So I think honestly we couldn't really go wrong putting Beastmaster in any lane. If we put him in the leftmost lane, I think we're kind of just winning that lane. But I feel like our opponent might decide to put Viper in that lane. Let's put him down in the center. Yep. There we go. That's exactly what I expected. And fortunate for us, Viper is not attacking Ursa. So good stuff. We have Sucker Punch. We have Duel and Enrage. So let's see what his passive does. Deals battle damage to a Viper. Modify that unit. -1 attack. We need to see what battle... What does battle damage entail? Because if we use duel, is that battle damage? I'm assuming it is. The language is such that they battle each other. But we could Sucker Punch either of them.
This is Harvest Nights.
Okay, so they're increasing their mana. No, that's not what we want to do. Jesus. So he has to be blocking. So we actually can't play that. Good to know. And we could bring him pretty close to dying. I think we're just going to pass here. They take damage on their heroes. Our Ursa's fine and deals 7 to their tower. Altogether, not bad. And now we can play something like... We could Sucker Punch him, or we can just simply Enrage and kill him. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take out Lycan this turn. Necrophos kills the minion and gains 1 life. Okay. Wish we could stun him. I'm only really considering dueling there, but I think once again we're going to save the cards. And we have 9 gold now. We can get a decent item. So Phase Boots. Also, Keenfolk Musket. Let's value the Phase Boot's versatility. The musket I do like. So now that we have the choice of trying to contest the left lane or moving into the right lane, he may give up the center, our opponent that is, and in which case he could overload the left. I feel like they will put down Magnus in the right lane.
15 seconds remaining.
And I think she's safest in the right lane, so let's bring her there. And if they don't contest the center lane at all, which it seems like they won't, we'll pick up someone. We'll pick up like Beastmaster and bring him back and drop him down in another lane. Okay. So 5 mana, we can drop the Corpse Tosser. Or we can seek to, we can duel this wolf here right now. Get rid of it before it gets stronger. Or we can duel Viper and get him off the battlefield.
15 seconds remaining.
Let's give Ursa Phase Boots and see what our opponent does with their initiative. Nothing. Okay. So we lose 1 attack, which sucks. But Viper goes down now. And he has to play something if he wants to save it. Yeah, nice. And our Ursa is still a 6/6. So here, I think we're going to give Necrophos. Let's see, let's look at where she is. Okay. Yeah, we're going to give Necrophos Heartstopper Aura. That way when we pick him up, it comes pre-equipped to him. And that's something we're going to do after we take down the tower. Now we can use Sucker Punch on this Magnus. Which I like.
I have you.
He only
just
takes
right.
1 because he does have armor, but the stun effect is nice. If he wanted to play any green cards, he can't. And now our Legion Commander doesn't take any damage and presumably kills Magnus next turn. Oh, that kind of sucks. Didn't see that card coming, that's for sure. 9 gold. And I think we can take a pike and we'll take the Scroll of Town Portal. I mean, after we take this lane, we can move both of our heroes out of there. And then perhaps into the right lane. So Ursa's going to eat another minion for us. How much do we have? Let's block Bristleback.
Let's get to work.
We're saving ourselves a ton of damage there. Deal 2 damage to its enemy neighbors and give them -2 attack this round? Okay. Okay, no big deal. Yeah, we're calling that good. The wolf is getting strong, but I'm not all that worried about it. And Heartstopper Aura is taking care of those guys. And I think now we can change the math here. We can add 610 damage. So we can take this turn.
My aid comes with a price.
We'll use Call the Wild, or actually, I think we'll use this moment to give the pike to Beastmaster,
I'll keep this jungle safe.
and there we go. So then next turn we can use Escape Route plus our Scroll of Town Portal to pull them both out, and that'll reset their armor. And we may want to do that, we may not, depending on how handily we think we can win this lane. If at all. I mean, we may not be able to win this lane whatsoever. But I think we're going to play the Hellbear Crippler here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Well, we can still duel. Let's duel Timbersaw. Take Timbersaw out. See what our opponent does with that. So no red cards for him in this lane now. He has 2 items. Kind of concerned about what they could be. And I'm still thinking we want to play the Hellbear Crippler here. Just going to trade for the minion. Not the best value. Unfortunately, being next to Lycan gives it +2 attack. And we could save Legion Commander here. No, I don't think we want to do that. Let's stick with the original plan of moving both of our heroes to the next lane. So we can also get... Yeah, let's take the heal. And we'll heal up Ursa. Okay. It's a bit rough. If we put her center lane, she'll start doing tons of damage to the tower. But if we put her to the right, we can stall for a long time. Or the left. I feel like Viper's going here. Yeah, we're going to put her here. Otherwise, we don't have a play in this lane. Oh, she's going to trade with the wolf. That's unfortunate. So this is not working out as intended. Let's see what we have. Hit fire. We could deal 4. We could kill this minion. Then Ursa lives. that sucks. Okay. So that wrecked us. But now we pick up Necrophos. We pick up Beastmaster. And we pass.
Come, my friends. You must be hungry.
We don't want him to play too much more in this lane. I think this is the lane we're going to try to win with. Although it's looking a little scarier now that our tower's down to 9. I think we pass on this. We already have a heal. So I think what we're going to do is go all in on the left lane where we're getting 2 minions. And we'll use our Time of Triumph. Yeah, I was really hoping he would put the Timbersaw either in the middle or on the right, but smart play from him not to do that. So let's hope he doesn't do anything great here. Yeah, this seems pretty strong.
I didn't start this fight, but I will end it.
First time casting that. Feels pretty good. And now we're just wiping everything. And Necrophos is going to gain 3 health, which is a nice little side benefit. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if our opponent conceded here, and I honestly wouldn't blame them. That's a pretty disgusting card. I wonder if they have something to counter it, something in green maybe that makes them invulnerable. I'm sure they're doing a lot of math here. We're overkilling most of their heroes significantly. And then we still have the ability to heal. Okay, a Thunder Pack. I mean, we're doing 10 to it.
You think I travel alone?
Yeah. That's a strong card. I mean, that was his ace in the hole, and Time of Triumph was mine.
Just give me someone to gut.
Yeah, we'll pass.
This will work out nicely.
Okay, so Timbersaw is surviving. But, I mean, we're not taking any damage on our Legion Commander. We have a heal. We're not taking any damage on our Beastmaster as well. And Necrophos is going to take 4 but gain 3. So I just don't see how we lose this. Okay. They need to play something else or else that was a bit of a waste. Okay, so now Viper lives. Opponent has a ton of cards, so none of this surprises me. I still think we're favored here. This is a modification, so this isn't going anywhere. And we'll have Heartstopper Aura at the beginning of the next turn, which will kill Viper. Okay. The minion dies. I mean, our opponent attempted to recover from that, which is admirable. We We still have a clock in this lane. It's a slow clock, but it still exists. And we're just going to lose this tower. And hopefully our opponent doesn't have anything to kind of move stuff around. Okay. What is this? Each item in your secret shop costs X. Let's go where X. Okay. Let's take that and see what we get. Okay, so even more armor. We'll take that, see what we get. And we'll draw a card. Sounds good. So we have the kill on board here. And obviously we're going to throw all of our heroes in one lane. What could go wrong? Assault ladders. Nice. Yeah, and there goes Viper. Just as we knew. We can play a Vandal. We can go double Vandal.
It's an honor to fight by your side, my Khan.
And the concession. So very kind of our opponent to concede. Thank you, A-Mid. Appreciate it. Thanks for the good game. And let's find our next match. We're going to do 2 matches today. And leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger, whether we win or lose. Our deck is doing stuff, man. It is doing stuff. I talked to my buddy Pro Lane, who I mentioned in previous videos. Asked him what he thought about my draft. He mentioned that I missed picking a lot of very powerful green cards, which looking back on, I kind of understand. I didn't quite grasp the full strength of a card. I think it's called Mists of Avernus, something like that. A 3-drop that modifies your attack by 1. But I think we ended up drafting a very good focused deck anyway, that I'm quite happy with. So we can play down Hellbear. First turn.
Nothing left of you but
Ignite.
smoldering
Okay.
remains.
Okay. Well, that makes this lane a lot less friendly. Let's check out what our other lanes are doing before we start to commit. We're going to pass. We're going to pass and we're going to play our Hellbear in the mid lane. So a Zeus, Ogre Magi, Legion Commander start. And we'll play him to the right just to make sure that there's no way he kind of weasels out and survives there, just to give ourselves a better chance. Okay, Tower Barrage. Can't tell if he drew that again. I'm guessing he did, that's why this card is revealed to us. But either way, we first turn kill the Ogre Magi, which is sweet. And now we can play something like Assault Ladders here. We can play this in any lane. We don't necessarily have to play it here. Let's play it in our center lane.
We have no
I feel like Legion Commander is going to make us dominant in this lane. Nice, and then +1 health on our Necrophos. Always feels good. And wow, we can get a Furline Mantle turn 1. Not sure who will put that on quite yet, but... So... I think we'll put Beastmaster here in the rightmost lane to augment the type of cards we can play. Yeah, Sniper is going to go to the left lane. I think this may be a mistake from our opponent. They already, once they start investing ignites and things, improvements into this leftmost lane, I kind of don't want to play here anymore.
Cower before my might.
Don't worry, you'll be
Okay.
dead soon enough.
Okay, yeah, so they're putting more improvements into a lane that I'm already somewhat conceding. I'm cool with that. Alright, so what do we got? What do we got? Do we need to do anything? I don't think so. I think we just pass. Excellent. I love this distribution here. And we could honestly stun her and save our minion. That seems a little ridiculous, but it also prevents him from playing any red cards. So I honestly think that's the play. So that's it. If he had any plans on playing anything, they're now done. And that frees us up to do whatever we want in this lane now. And I think we're going to give Furline Mantle to our Necrophos. Or Necros? What's his name? Necrophos. Okay, I've been saying it right. Haven't played Dota in a hot minute. So his max HP is 16 right now. And we can grab another. We can grab... I'm going to value the Traveler's Cloak. I've never seen Apotheosis Blade. 8 attack and 4 siege.
15 seconds remaining.
Wow. That's pretty dang strong.
5 seconds remaining.
It would be nice to be able to hold that if we thought the improvements were really going to matter this game. And we played Beastmaster last turn in the right lane because we knew we were going to play her in the middle lane this turn. Yeah, and he's putting both Bloodseeker and Ogre Magi down there. Depends on where we deploy. So, wow, we're getting triple minion kills there. Our Ursa is just like, kind of like F you to Zeus. So we're going to duel. We can duel either one of them and kill them. I kind of like the idea of killing Zeus because it takes him off of Path of the Wise, static field, and such. But Sniper's going to come down. Next turn he's going to have Headshot. So I kind of feel like Ursa's nearly dead, kind of no matter what I do. Yeah, that hurts. So I think we Traveler's Cloak him, put him back up to 6, and now we duel again. Yeah, here we go. So I think we duel Zeus. And now Ursa's still in the lane. Snipers, they still have to deal with him. And he's still doing big damage to the tower every turn. So what do we want to do here?
We're gonna kill a whole lot of people.
Conflagration. Oh my god. That's a strong improvement. Hmm.
Seconds remaining.
I think we pass here. Considering putting the untested grunt in front of the Ogre Magi, but that conflagration is just going to be brutal for us as the game goes on. And here,
I'm here to fight.
so we may want to consider trying to stall 2 lanes and burst down the rightmost lane. And if that's what we're going to do, then we can play the Disciple of Nevermore now.
See how your army grows strong. Take it.
In the lane where he doesn't have things like Conflagration, Ignite. So we're taking down that tower next turn. These are all good things. We could take a musket and a potion. Yeah, and we're going to do it like that.
Seconds remaining.
Do want to draw a card. I'm happy that our 2 minions are going to the center to help us block. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, I was expecting Legion Commander to go center. Once again, Ursa's just going to eat someone. Yeah, and we're going to enrage to save him if he lets us, and he doesn't because he has sniper. Okay. Let's draw a card, and we get a Keen Folk turret. A bit nerve-wracking here. This tower is very exposed, so we need to protect our center, but our center is the lane that also has conflagration in it.
Every day I grow stronger.
Not sure that was necessary. The clock. I mean, we're probably going to be on a 2-turn clock anyway. I don't see how we could possibly save him. Would have been nice to have been able to keep up Ursa there.
I gave your death meaning.
We're going to play the turret in this lane.
We will not fail!
Ow. That hurt.
This will help me in my service.
Okay.
Perfect. You won't survive.
Alright. Do you have anything else? Alright. So yeah guys, now the plan is to sustain in mid and overwhelm in this lane. So obviously nothing we do changes the clock here.
The jungle will protect me.
I think you needed this.
And I don't think there's any value whatsoever in playing this. We miss out on 4 damage, but it comes down a turn earlier, which opens up our mana next turn to play something else. So I think we will do this. It is overkill. We are missing out on some value. But not having to play it next turn means our mana is much more free. But we do need to attempt to block mid. Some kind of way. Scroll of Town Portal might be just what we needed. And they have Zeus coming down. Pretty curious where he's going to put Zeus, because he's also going to have Thunder God's Wrath available to them now. Yeah, and he's going into the left lane. So I don't think it's going to work out very well for him to try and race us.
You can't run from the heavens.
I mean, she was going to die anyway, and our other heroes are pretty well safe in that lane. Yeah, it might have been his best play, but it wasn't a great play.
Mortals make the most
The Hourglass, however, is pretty annoying, locking our cards. Next turn, though, we can drop both of these in the mid lane. Nice, and he didn't even get the kill because he scrolled a town portal out of there. Multicast times 2. So what just happened? He just used a second Thunder God's Wrath. Okay. Well, that sucks. That pretty much changes everything. Because now we have no heroes in this lane and we can't do anything. Alright. That certainly sucked. We already have a scroll. Let's take a sword. I could see it. I can envision a scenario where we really need 2 scroll of town portals. I think we're going to put Ursa in the mid lane, and we're going to put... what is her name? Kana? Sorla Khan. We're going to put Sorla Khan in the right lane. Ursa's going to hold it down. He has a lot of health. And we can do something like Primal Roar.
Not be denied.
So one of our Primal Roars is locked, as well as our Steam Cannon. I don't think that's any great loss.
You won't escape me.
Lock 3 random cards. So both of our Primal Roars. Okay. I think the big one is possibly like Time of Triumph, but we don't have that many heroes on the board thanks to the double Thunder God's Wrath. Which honestly our opponent could play once again this turn from the center lane. Unless we have initiative, we can kill the Ogre Magi first. We can also duel with Ursa, but we can't kill anyone. Okay. We were losing that tower anyway. Yeah. The idea was to use Primal Roar here and knock both of these two out of the way, which we can no longer do. We can enrage and then duel. And we can kill Bloodseeker or Legion Commander. Yeah, and I think we want to kill Magi before he casts any more spells and gets any more chances of multicast. It may have been a misplay not to kill him first. And we're going to kill Bloodseeker because once Primal Roar unlocks, this one does, we'll be able to use it and take out or move the Legion Commander. That drops the clock down significantly and nets us some more gold. Yeah. I'm not surprised to see the pass there. So now this lane is very important. Fortunately, I was going to play Steam Cannon, but that is now blocked. And she's being blocked. This one minion is taking up 3 of our attackers, which is kind of unbelievable. I'm going to give her the short sword. Pass. So that sucks. I mean, we missed out on 10 damage, which could be hugely relevant or not relevant at all. But now we have a chance to pick up a Red Mist Maul or a Potion of Knowledge. We're not going to take Potion of Knowledge because anything we draw, he's just going to lock us out of with the Zeus. So we have the win in this lane. Yeah, I don't see how we lose if we just go all in and block the center lane. He doesn't have enough DPS to kill in this lane.
Almost over.
All that locking. He's not blocking him, so we can't use Primal Roar, but we can use Time of Triumph in this lane. So if he does something like Wrath of God, puts 4 damage on all of us, and then Conflagration does another 2. So that puts them pretty low, right? That does 6 damage to all of our heroes. That'll kill Sorlakan, which changes our clock drastically in this lane. I should have considered that. We maybe should have put one of our heroes there in the right lane.
You're mine.
That might have been a misplay. Ooh. I think we're still fine. We also have Enrage, which we can play on our Beastmaster. But I think the play is still to Time of Triumph. Despite that small misplay, I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, they just don't have the damage in there to burst us. And now that we have the initiative, we can Time of Triumph.
Your kin won't recognize your body.
I'm ready to spread.
We're also doing a ton of siege damage.
pestilence.
The Bronze Legion always comes prepared.
This does 2 piercing damage.
I'll make quick work of our enemies.
Give him the maul. We can do 2 more damage to Legion. Okay, that sucks. That changes the math a bit. Now Legion's going down. And we're taking almost no damage, and now we can also summon our Loyal Beast.
I'm going to lead.
Okay, so even more
To be ready for anything.
More armor, more attack.
To me, old friend.
Now we've got our opponent dead in 2 lanes. We're missing 1 damage here. And because we're locked out of so many cards, there's just nothing we can do. We'll buy the blade. Would have been nice to get that obliterating orb earlier. We could have taken out Conflagration. I don't see anything that our opponent can do. Unless it's double Thunder Gods. And that kills our heroes. Let's just hope whatever they do it quick, because this is dragging. So I'm expecting a Thunder God's Wrath here.
They never saw it coming.
Okay. And Assassinate. We've still got Lethal. Still don't know if there's any actual thing we need to do. Does Thunder God's Wrath do piercing damage? I don't know. That could be relevant. Either way, let's block the Ogre Magi.
You not smartest ogre. I smartest ogre.
And he crap talks him. That's awesome. Ogre to ogre crap talking. I like it. And we can also use our turret to take out Legion Commander.
I am the apex predator.
It's a lot of damage. We can also drop our Bronze Legionnaire. Our Blade of the Vigil. I mean, we have so many things that we can do. We're kind of getting into a card war here. I just don't think there's anything that they can have that stops this. Okay, 10 damage, sure. We still have the win.
I understand my orders.
And the concession. Great. So 2 wins in a row, guys. We are 4-0. And I mentioned this is where we're going to let this this video lie because I want to have a bit of a cliffhanger for the final battle. So I like to think my skills are improving. I may have made some misplays here and there. I may have misdrafted a bit. But I think I'm getting better. And I think I'm having a lot of fun. So guys, once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you are enjoying this draft, and I can't wait to bring you guys the exciting conclusion. I mean, if we lose 2 in a row, that's still an exciting conclusion. And if we win our next one, then we 5-0 this draft, which will feel pretty good, and we'll get a perfect run. And it'll go on our permanent record, and then we'll be very happy. So, all right, guys, without any further ado, take it easy, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Brett out.